Hey everybody. I just thought I'd do a quick check-in since I haven't really had a chance or had a reason to give an update for the last few weeks, but just to let you know kind of where I'm at with everything. So the diets, for all intents and purposes, is over with. I did reach my goal weight, which was 185. Um, I got a little below that. I think I got to 184 last week, which was strange because I actually stopped like the hardest part of the diet a couple weeks before, but I've been trying to maintain because I hit a little bit of a blip a few weeks ago. I kind of tweaked my back, which was preventing me from being able to run or do most anything. So um, I wanted to kind of try to just maintain for a couple of weeks and maybe make one more little push, which would be this week to see if I can't get even a little lower. So I weighed in 185 today, um, but maybe just a few more days, and then we'll start to kind of uh, stop really watching, too hardcore what I'm eating for lunches and things. But I am trying to turn over a little bit of a new leaf in terms of like really limiting myself from the junk that I'm eating. You know, Trying to stay away from like milkshakes and ice cream and junk after a certain hour of the day. And so far it's working pretty well. I'm like I said, staying in the mid 180s, which is great. My philosophy on this is still, I think somebody told me once upon a time that you can get to a weight pretty easily, but it takes time for like the fat cells to die. Otherwise, they're just still there, and then they just kind of inflate back up pretty quickly if you just go right back to just eating, the same number of calories that you normally do. So I'm trying to kind of keep it there for a little while as long as I can. And I feel really good being, below 190. Um, so as far as the workouts go, with the back thing, I didn't work out at that point. And after I kind of got the all clear to like kind of resume activities, I really just was focusing on my runs, which are going great, and my times are improving. I'm back to running, about 8-minute miles, pain free. Hip seems to be fine, which thank goodness. So that part of it is going fine. I do intend to start like really getting back into the gym here this week, just for some light workouts. Um, the other part of this, which has always been, the wrist, um, has started being irritated again here in the last probably 2.5, 3 weeks. Uh, which I take in stride. Like I got a solid 2.5 months out of this last steroid injection, which is much better than what I was getting before. So, like with each shot, it seems to be lasting longer. And so, if I can get 2 or 3 months of relief out of it when I can get a shot every 4 months, at this point, I'll take that. So, based on that, I'm supposed to get another one about this time next month. And so, if you're curious about like what my schedule is going to be, my plan is to, once I get that injection, I am going to kind of switch gears off of, just maintaining weight, and then really start trying to add muscle. So at that point, it's going to be, a lot more protein, and really just trying to get in the gym, at least 3 or 4 days a week and start building towards 250. The way I see it, I'm going to have a window from the first week of July until hopefully uh, sometime mid September to really put the work in to try to get me to where I am close to 250. And then as my wrist starts to bother me again, I'm going to just try to see if I can and maintain it. And then just doing the math, I think, I should be able to get another steroid injection just before my 50th birthday, the first week in November. So hopefully I'm ready to go by that point and then can get this one push of 250 done on my birthday. So that's my plan. In the meantime, I'm just trying to kind of be happy with where my weight's at, and um, overall, I feel really good. Like you know, I mentioned before that I wasn't sure like whether or not I could still lose weight as easily as I did, years ago. I hadn't really tried this in a while. I'm so glad I did. Like, it really is not hard. Um, I think I told you before that, all I'm doing is just eating oatmeal. I did start adding a little bit of protein into my oatmeal in the morning just because I was really starting to feel worn down, late afternoon, early evening, where I was just like ready to go to bed at like 7:30. But so adding a little bit of protein helped, and then I've been like I was doing like protein shakes for lunch. I kind of graduated to like some high protein yogurt for lunch, and that carries me through. And then I can pretty much eat whatever for dinner as long as I don't eat bad for dinner. Not a lot of sugars and not a lot of just greasy, gross fast food stuff. So that's what I'm doing. And then, add some cardio, which, I've definitely done. And then just watch it fall off. It should work. Like, I really feel strongly about this. I've been doing it for years, and I know everybody's different, but it's worth a shot if you need to lose some weight. I lost 22 pounds in 7 or 8 weeks, and I've been able to just keep it off for the last few. So you can do it if that's something that you feel like you need to do. You should do it. But okay, so that's my update. I will check back in with you probably in a couple of weeks just to let you know that I'm about to start changing it back up, and then we'll start diving back into the workouts a little bit. And I do intend to ramp it up, after I get this next shot. This is going to be my window to really get the work done and to get close to that number. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to feel very strange, 20 some pounds lighter, getting underneath of weight here in a few weeks. I know it's going to be odd, but I would much rather do it this way than just be overweight and do it. So that's my update. Everybody stay tuned, and I will check back with you when I can. Thanks.